Welcome to this week's edition of The Passion of the Digital Artist. And here he is, that passionate digital artist himself, Jeff Mueller.
Way to go, Xavier. How are you tonight?
I'm great. Jeff, how are you doing?
I am fantastic, and there's a reason for it.
And the reason is?
FAR is finished. Woo!
Yeah! FAR!
After 4 months, I finished the third in the series, which would have been Serene Marina. Correct? Keep going. Oh, actually, it was Away. It wasn't Serene.
Away.
Finished Away on November 15th. Took a minor break, and here it is, March 17th. Or 17th, correct?
Yeah, yep. St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody.
Yes. And there was, just getting back into working on it took me a while. And then when I started finally getting back into it, it's been about 2 weeks of some good time put in on it. But a couple things I want to talk about with FAR in the finish is that just when I'm painting, on digitally painting, and I'm going through and I'm going over working with the reference underneath, there's about 1 million decisions that I make. And my wife was talking to me earlier today and said that you really gotta differentiate the difference between if I was working on with the photo reference to next to me and then onto the painting, and what the difference would be. And the main thing why I work with the digitally, and one of the nice things about it is that you can grab the colors from the photograph and use it. But while you're painting, the photograph is underneath and you're grabbing the color, but then you're making decision after decision on brushstrokes. The actual photographic feel of the painting is gone. There's no photographic feel anymore. It's all brushstrokes, and decisions have to be made. And like in this particular case, you can see, I'm not going to go back and forth with, but I'm going to explain what type of decision that you're making. For instance, right here, you've got a group of seagrass growing on the dunes. You have to decide what you want it to look like. So what the photograph underneath helps you do is be able to grab the colors that exist there, but then you make the painting decision and what you want it to look like. Now, if I was using the photograph and I had it on the left side and I was painting on the right side, what I would be doing is grabbing the color, transferring over, and then making that exact decision while I was looking there. What this does is it speeds up the process. The decision making is exactly the same. It just speeds the process up for me so that I can be more efficient, that I don't have to go from this side to this paint back and forth. And when you're making about 1 million decisions, and each one going back and forth would take you like a second opposed to a quarter of a second, it cuts down the time. And that's why I do what I do when I'm painting digitally. Now, the other thing is compositionally. I go out looking for my paintings, and then because I understand composition, I pick the painting and it's in my mind. And for instance, the beach shot is separate than what the lighthouse was. But when I was looking for this beach shot, I imagined the lighthouse there. Then, not only did I imagine the lighthouse there, but I imagined the composition of the lighthouse with the light on. I shot the lighthouse at the angle that I wanted once I had gotten the landscape, and then I placed that in there. Then when I do my painting, here's an example of exactly how the composition works. If you look here, up here, I've lit the lighthouse. The lighthouse was not lit in the photograph. When I use the photographic reference, I've lit the lighthouse exactly how I want the lighthouse lit. And the little lightning rod on top extends off. That's on purpose. The reason why it's on purpose is if you take that away and allow someone to cross over into the other part of the painting won't work as well. As far as eye movement, moving around, you'll get stuck more on the lighthouse right now. With the lighthouse in the position it is, and it just touching the top of the painting, it just means everything to the painting from a compositional standpoint.
I think you nailed it. It's awesome, Jeff.
Then the last thing I wanted to decipher is there is a person in this particular painting. And that's going to lead into the next one where there's going to be multiple people. And then in the prior three, there were no people. So that's kind of what I wanted to cover this week. And anything else?
Just one more thing.
Okay.
To all of you out there, may the road rise to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the good Lord bless and keep you in the hollow of his hand. And may you be in heaven an hour before the devil even knows you're dead. Happy St. Patrick's Day, folks.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. See you next week.
See ya.